Let's get real for a moment. You wake up at 7 a.m., but your brain feels like it's been running a marathon for 3 years straight. You reach for your phone before your eyes even fully open, scrolling through a barrage of emails, Slack pings, and news headlines that scream crisis. By the time your feet hit the floor, your heart is already racing at 100 beats per minute, even though you haven't moved an inch. You're staring at your to-do list, and even the simplest task, answering a single email, feels like trying to climb Mount Everest in flip-flops. You try to focus, you really do. You sit at your desk, you put on your noise-canceling headphones, you open the document, and you stare. 15 minutes pass. Then 30. You haven't typed a single word. You feel a hollow, gnawing sensation in your gut. Your fuse is paper-thin. Your partner asks what you want for dinner and you snap at them because your brain simply cannot process one more decision. You think you're burned out because you're working too hard, because you're not disciplined enough, or because you need another vacation. I'm here to tell you that's a lie. You don't need a vacation, and you certainly don't need more hustle. In 2026, burnout isn't a badge of honor, it's a biological failure of your nervous system to feel safe. Today, we are going to stop treating the symptoms and start fixing the root cause. We are going to talk about why your caveman brain is malfunctioning in a 2026 digital landscape and how you can reclaim your biology. To understand why you feel this way, we have to look at the hardware you're running. Your body was never designed for the 2026 environment. It was designed for the savannah 50,000 years ago. Biologically, your brain can't tell the difference between a saber-toothed tiger jumping out of the bushes and a passive-aggressive Slack message from your boss at 9 p.m. Both triggers activate the exact same circuit, the sympathetic nervous system. This is your fight-or-flight mode. When this turns on, your blood leaves your brain and your digestive organs and rushes to your limbs so you can run or fight. Your prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for logic, creativity, and long-term planning, effectively goes dark. You can't solve complex problems in this state. You can only survive. The problem is that in 2026, the tigers never stop coming. A conveyor belt of emails, deadlines, AI threats, and inflation is heading toward you 24/7. Your nervous system is being hammered constantly, and it has forgotten how to switch back to rest and digest mode. This is chronic dysregulation. It is the silent engine behind every case of burnout, anxiety, and depression. You are essentially driving a car at 100 miles per hour in first gear, wondering why the engine is smoking. In 2026, the most important skill isn't coding or AI prompting its vagal tone. The vagus nerve is the highway of peace. It is the longest nerve in your body, connecting your brain to your heart, lungs, and gut. It is the internal braking system. When it's strong, you can handle stress and recover instantly. When it's weak, you get stuck in the yellow zone, constant anxiety, or the red zone, total shutdown. Let's talk about that red zone. In psychology, we call it dorsal vagal shutdown. This is the freeze response. It's what happens when your brain decides that the threat is so overwhelming that the only way to survive is to play dead. This is why you can't get off the couch. This is why you scroll TikTok for 3 hours even though you have work to do. You're not lazy, you're in biological shutdown. Your brain is trying to save your life by shutting you down to conserve energy. It's a defense mechanism that has gone haywire. You feel numb, disconnected, and hopeless. This isn't a character flaw, it's a survival strategy that has outlived its usefulness. You cannot think your way out of a nervous system problem. You have to use the body to talk to the brain. Strategy number 1 is the physiological sigh. This is the fastest biohack discovered by neurobiology to reset your stress in real time. You take 2 quick in breaths and 1 long, forced out breath. Do this 5 times. It reinflates the alveoli in your lungs and signals your heart to slow down immediately. Strategy number 2 is temperature shock. If you're stuck in the red zone, shutdown, you need to wake the system up. Splashing ice-cold water on your face activates the mammalian dive reflex. Your brain instantly tells your nervous system, "Hey, we're underwater, slow the heart down, stay calm." Strategy number 3 is the vagal maneuver. Gently massaging the area behind your ears or humming at a low frequency creates vibrations that tone the vagus nerve. Strategy number 4 is peripheral vision. Stress forces tunnel vision. By consciously softening your gaze and looking at the walls to your left and right, you signal to your brain that no predators are nearby. Strategy number 5 is co-regulation. In 2026, we are more isolated biologically. A 20-second hug, or even looking into the eyes of a pet, releases oxytocin. This is the safety signal your nervous system craves. Regulation is not a one-time event. It is a muscle that you must train every single day. Think of your nervous system as a container. If the container is small, a little bit of stress makes it overflow. By practicing these tools, you are building a bigger container. This is how you become unburnout able. It's not that the world gets easier, it's that you become more regulated. In 2026, the elite performers are not the ones who work the most hours. They are the ones who can return to a state of calm the fastest. You are a biological masterpiece. Stop treating yourself like a piece of software that needs to be optimized, and start treating yourself like a living system that needs to be nurtured. You need to understand that productivity is a byproduct of safety, not a result of force. Imagine 2026 being the year you finally stop fighting your own biology. Imagine waking up and actually having the energy to pursue the things that matter to you, not just the things that are screaming for your attention. When your nervous system is regulated, you don't need discipline, because focus becomes your natural state. If you are done with the burnout cycle, I want you to comment the word "safe" below. It's a signal to yourself and this community that you are reclaiming your nervous system. I've put together a nervous system reset cheat sheet in the description below. It's free, and it has all these strategies listed. Hit that subscribe button to join the 1% who are hacking their biology for a better life. I'm The Conscious Shift, and I'll see you in the next state of flow. Stay regulated.